I hope it's a skit. If it's not, well, girl, you made your bed. It's Deidre. Hello, friends. It's Deidre, and today we are gonna go on an adventure. Listen, I have never been a fan of TikTok, but in my dealings with TikTok, I could not help but notice that everyone had a story to tell. So today we are going to explore the world of homewreckers. That's right, there are homewreckers on TikTok that are not ashamed to say so. And there are those who have had to deal with those homewreckers. So let's go through a few of these videos that I found. I haven't really watched these. I've just saved them. We're gonna watch them together.
5 things this 50-year-old married man told me that made me eventually fall for him. Okay, but first, I just want to say thank you.
She looks really young. Like, she looks extremely young. And honestly, I don't like to judge based on looks, but I'm not surprised.
I want to say thank you for those who are supporting me, and I am accepting donations, and I do have my Amazon registry down below in one of my posts, so I'll be really thankful for that too. Okay, let's start. Number 1, he said I am too mature for my age.
That's what they always say. Oh, you're so mature for your age. Oh, I just feel this connection with you. That is the oldest trick in the book. And that's the same kind of line that a groomer uses on someone who is not even an adult. Let's just put it that way. It's very manipulative. It really is. And I also believe that there are sometimes situations where they actually do see this person as being mature. But the reason for that is that they themselves are extremely immature. And despite maturity, that does not mean that you are not naive. Okay, let's continue.
I am 20. He is 50 years old.
Girl!
Number 2, he loved spending time with me because we would watch movies and he would make me breakfast in the mornings. Number 3, he loves my mentality. And number...
The way that she's saying these things, like to me and to probably a lot of us watching this, it seems like as she's reliving being told these things, it's almost as if she takes pleasure in those things. It still gives her a little bit of an ego boost to say, 50-year-old man thought I was something special.
4, he said I deserved everything that he was giving me, just like shopping and stuff like that. And number 5, he wants to give me a home and be a good friend.
Okay, so he wants to give you a home, but he doesn't want to give his wife a home and be a good friend to her. If he can't even do that for his own wife, what makes you think that he's going to do that for you? Really? Seriously? It even looks like she still kind of believes that. Okay, I'm going to try not to be so harsh because I can be really judgmental when it comes to stuff like this, and I'm going to try not to. Let's watch her second video. She has another video here that I figured I would also comment on. That gives a little bit more context. So this one says, I'm invested. More story times, please. How did she find? So I'm assuming that's how did she find out? How did this man's wife find out that he was doing things with a 20-year-old? Let's see.
So, she ended up finding out because he told her, because I was asking for $500 because I wanted to, I was asking for $500 because I wanted to pay $206.
Okay, as I'm watching this, I already know I'm going to crop out her pregnant belly, not because I want to censor pregnancy, just out of respect for her body and the little children that was inside. I have cropped this video, but just so you know, she is wearing this crop top with her big old pregnant belly just hanging out. And this is the image that she's giving herself as she's telling this story. So let's continue.
$60 on lab results because the healthcare insurance that I had, you had to pay a 40%, right? And then the other $160 was to pay my credit card.
Girl!
May I remind you, I was only asking for $500.
Only $500.
Because before that, he already spent, what, like $1,000 on a promise ring for me. Before that, he took...
Promise what? What did he promise you? I'm going to have to go back because I want to know what this man actually promised when he gave her this ring, because WTF.
Me mall shopping, and he spent like $4,000. So I was only asking for $500. And he ended up telling her, but it's because I didn't want to have an abortion. And since I didn't want to have an abortion, he didn't have any other choice.
Wow. So she's pregnant with twins. Her username gives that away. She fell for it. She fell for it. She became the midlife crisis toy that these people pick up when they realize they're getting old. Just to play with. Play with it for a little while, feel a little younger, and then they put it back. But what a lot of these men, I won't just say men, okay, I'll say it. A lot of these men don't realize when they're done playing with the toy, they have to go back home. They got to go back to their house. And there's a woman back at their house that's not going to be very happy to know that you was playing with said toys. Sounds like this man realized he was playing a little too hard with this toy and ran home to his wife to get away from it. He would rather face the wrath of his wife, which I hope she did have a wrath. I hope she wasn't the giant pushover at 50 years old. He would rather face the wrath of his wife than maintain this relationship with this 20-year-old that he, I'm assuming, promised he would be maintaining. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I can't help but notice the way that she talks about it is as if what she did wasn't absolutely silly. Oh, I have a third one from her.
I never told him to leave his wife, okay? I just, we made choices that those choices brought us consequences, and now we just have to take responsibility. Girl, I am young, but I know.
I don't know if you can read this, but this comment says, that's so crazy. These young girls get involved with married men knowing not going to leave his wife. And that is correct.
Girl, I am young, but I know when to take responsibility of my choices and my actions, okay?
I don't know.
I'm 21.
No. I don't think you do. I'm trying to dig deep and see if I can put into words why I feel like what she's saying is total BS. Perhaps it's what she's doing with this situation on TikTok that is rubbing me the wrong way. Okay, I rewatched a little bit and I get the vibe that she enjoyed being in that position. I never told him to leave his wife. We made choices and these are the consequences. No, it sounds like she actually enjoyed being in that position. Like I said, I don't want to be too judgmental, but the vibe that I get from her demeanor in putting this on TikTok and broadcasting it to the world is that she enjoyed being the other woman. Do you get that vibe? It couldn't just be me, because I think another part of it is the fact that she still seems to take pleasure in reliving being told she's this and that by this old guy. Daddy issues. I don't know her. I wouldn't put it past her though to do it again, except this time use condoms. Hopefully there would be condoms involved. Hopefully there would be some form of birth control, because this is a very big consequence. These are two babies at once. One is hard enough. You are 20 years old with two babies. I think she's aware of how difficult it is by now because she's had these babies. But yes, it doesn't seem like there is any remorse whatsoever in this situation. And I think that's what's rubbing me the wrong way.
When are people going to understand that there's technically no such thing as a home wrecker? Because if somebody could come wreck your home was already wrecked.
I don't believe that.
Can't nobody come wreck a happy home. Can't nobody come wreck no home. Period. Look at me. Period.
That is so true. That is true. I know we like to call these little people out here homewreckers, getting into business with people who are already in relationships. But in reality, they wouldn't be homewreckers if it wasn't possible to breach that relationship. So one might argue that the homewrecker is actually the partner that lets this person into the sacred space. Quite possibly. And sometimes they don't even know what they're doing. A person can think that, oh, I would never leave my partner or cheat on my partner with this person. They think that mentality means they don't have to set boundaries with the person that is trying to get into the situation, the homewrecker. When in reality, all it takes is building conflict with your partner for it to cause an issue in your relationship, which could absolutely lead to the demise of the relationship. They don't even realize all it takes is your partner seeing these uncomfortable texts and situations that you're putting yourself into, despite the fact that you're not actively having an affair. The fact that you are still entertaining these conversations and this behavior from this other person is enough to destroy trust. It starts chipping away at the trust of your relationship. And that is what leads to a home being wrecked. In a lot of cases.
Tell him about the time she came over and asked if you would fix her car at 4 in the morning.
I mean, we were all asleep. So you woke up furious.
Okay, I'm gonna talk a lot of shit. A lot of shit. I know I'm not in this situation, but I am observing something, and I'm just gonna say it because this is my channel and I can say whatever I want. I don't trust that guy. And I know I said I didn't want to be judgmental, but the whole vibe of this setup, as I'm watching it, I can tell you straight up, I would not trust that guy. Never. I would gamble this guy has a bigger hand in this situation than this lady believes or wants to believe or is being led to believe. He doesn't sit right with me. Let's keep watching.
Wondering why some chick was knocking on the door.
Some chick.
And I was like, why
He called that girl some chick.
our door out of all the doors? Our building isn't even next to hers. When I
Oh, she
told her
lived
to
there?
go call AAA, she called me a stupid bitch. You remember that? And what did you say?
Look at that face.
No, but for real, that was the first day that, one of the first days I told her to get the fuck away from my husband. And it happened.
You did what? You told another woman to get away from you. Okay, I'm gonna get through this. Let's just watch this. I have so much to say.
Periodically for the next 7 months. Are you or are you not a cheater?
I'm not.
Look at this face. Do you
Is that their names tattooed over their... Okay, I can't tell what that says, but if those are each other's names tattooed over their eyes, like, I know everything I've said is probably correct.
like having a stalker?
No.
He knows
Oh,
damn well
no.
it's flattering.
Oh no.
A little flattering, but
Look at him with the kitty. Yeah.
I run.
I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please tell me. I haven't watched any of their other videos, but this does not sit well at all. One thing that I noticed is that she said that she confronted this woman and said, leave my husband alone. If you have to do that, there is a problem. I will be damned if I ever put myself in the position again to confront another woman over a man. That is the man's job. And if the man is not doing his job, clearly he's not. If she feels that she has to step in and say it, obviously the job is not being done. If he cannot do that, that's between me and him. I'm going to have a problem with him not being able to set a boundary that protects our relationship. I will never put myself in that position again because not only is it humiliating, it's even more humiliating when the man is going behind your back and talking crap about you to all those other people, claiming that you are insecure or you are the problem, when in reality, they are incapable of saying, hey, back up. I'm not interested. The man that is still going out there entertaining other women while you take a stance of trying to protect your relationship against said women, thinking that you're under attack and they just won't leave you alone, not knowing that he is entertaining them, he is making a fool out of you. That man is making a fool out of you. Okay, like I said, we weren't going to be judgmental, so let's not comment any further on that one. Oh my God.
Get out!
No.
Go ahead. I'm calling the cops on you,
No.
bro. I'm calling the cops on you, bro. Get the fuck out of my house.
They'll fucking ruin your life.
No, I won't.
They'll fucking ruin your life. Don't fucking touch me.
I don't know why this was tagged homewrecker. This could easily not be a homewrecker situation. Unless she wrecked the home, unless Closet Girl has wrecked the home and now ex-wife is coming for him. I hope that's not the case. That is kind of scary. And I hope it's a skit. If it's not, well, girl, you made your bed. But you don't have to sleep in it. It's never too late to leave these situations and evolve and approach relationships from a healthier mindset, not the mindset of taking something away from someone else to boost your own ego and your validation. Yeah, I hope that's not real.
Welcome to day number 8 of my love life being in shambles right now. My husband had a child with somebody in our neighborhood and he didn't tell me about it for 4 whole years. As y'all know, I met up with the other woman for coffee yesterday, or 2 days ago, whatever it was. My days are kind of blending together at this point. And she told me that he told her that I was his roommate, not his wife. He's been lying to her too. Apparently, he told her that we've been having problems in our relationship and that we're taking a break. And I was walking inside my house, so I had...
This is very common. This is so common, and a lot of women who end up being homewreckers are as such because they were also told lies. And I know because I've been there. I haven't wrecked a home, but I've been in a situation where I was told my wife hates me. I was even told my kids hate me. Our relationship is over. We're just together for money. These are the lies that they tell to women to make it seem like getting into a situation with them is actually a good thing. And I empathize with her. I empathize being told all these lies because you actually believe them. Hindsight, I know, I have actually learned. I'm very skeptical of the stories people tell me when it comes to their previous relationships. Despite the fact that they are broken up for however long, I listen very closely to what I'm being told. Because you kind of have to read between the lines. If stuff doesn't quite add up, which I'm assuming in her situation, as he's still in this relationship, it doesn't add up. It did not add up when I was in this situation either. When stuff doesn't add up, that is the red flag in itself. Even if you cannot pinpoint why it doesn't add up, if it simply doesn't add up, chances are this is not a situation that you want to embrace.
To pause the video real quick, but we thought that it was okay to have relations with my man. Apparently that means that we've been on a break for the past 3.5 years because the kid is 3 years old. She also told me that this was not the first time. So she's been seeing my man while he's been married to me.
Wow.
And I think the part that pisses me off the most is that he was taking spicy cubes with her. And I know that he was because one day a package showed up to our house and it was this...
What is spicy cubes? Maybe she'll explain.
Spicy cubes box. Like, I know the packaging. I know the packaging because we use it every Friday. But what doesn't make sense to me is why would you let your best friend's wife, if we're on a break, watch your 3-year-old kid, like babysit your 3-year-old kid while you're out with my man, obviously, or doing things with my man, even the wife and the husband are not on good terms? That makes no sense to me.
She lost me. I gotta go back because WTF. Let me go back a little bit. We're gonna follow this story. I'm not gonna interrupt. Let's pay attention.
Most of that he was taking spicy cubes with her, and I know that he was because one day a package showed up to her house, and it was...
Is that ED, like erectile dysfunction pills?
I know the packaging because we use it every Friday while you're out with my man, obviously, or doing things with my man, even the wife and the husband are not on good terms. That makes no sense to me.
I still can't grasp this. I'm gonna probably rewatch this a million years later and get what she's just saying. She needs to specify who's best friend. Whose best friend is who? Who's watching this 3-year-old? Obviously it's not her because she didn't know about the 3-year-old. That's what I gathered from the beginning. I don't know. What do you think about that one? If you understood that, please, please help me to understand what she just said.
Here's the nitty-gritty of the story and why it will always stick with me. I'm sorry, but how much respect were you showing my daughter when you were f***ing her daddy? Do you know what I mean? How can you expect respect when you never gave respect to begin with?
Yeah. Oh, she angry.
A long time ago, way back in the day, my BFF bestie for life had an affair with my husband behind my back. That's fine. That's cool. Whatever. We got divorced so he could run off and be happily ever after with the family ruiner, the homewrecker. No problem. Cool. Carry your ass. But at the time, we had younger kids. So we had to do a visitation, a co-parent kind of thing, right? Well, my daughter was 12 at the time that this all happened. Mind you, she's 12. So she's getting ready to be a teenager. She's getting ready to, have the teenage attitude and all that stuff. However, she's not an idiot. She didn't live under a rock. She knew her dad cheated. She knew her dad was moving out to go live with this woman. and her family was being broke up, whatever. So naturally, she had a chip on her shoulder. She had a 12-year-old attitude that her family was busted up, to be expected. So this lady,
I wonder if guys ever think about that, like the fact that their child would be fully aware of what they've actually done. So you have an older child. You really think that she doesn't know what's going on? They're more aware than you think, even if they don't say it.
had the audacity. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we had it set up to where the kids would see and visit 2 nights a week with their dad at his new house that he built with a family ruiner. And this lady had the audacity to get in his ear and have him call and tell my daughter, my 12-year-old daughter, that he wasn't going to be having visitation with her at his house anymore, because every time she comes there, she makes this woman feel disrespected in her own home.
What were you expecting? What were you actually expecting? You broke up this child's family. And I can't put all the blame on you, because it was the dad as well. Dad broke up his own family, but you're not exactly a good thing that has happened here. You are an accessory to the crime of destroying this child's childhood.
I mean, you talk about your Alanis Morissette irony of a story. The hypocrisy. The hypocrisy of that woman. That she expected that of a 12-year-old.
And if she goes on to demand that respect from the 12-year-old, she is absolutely insane. If dad actually demands the respect, if he actually does what this new homewrecker lady is telling him to do to his own daughter, like, he deserves to never see her again.
After the destruction she had just caused to this little girl's life because she couldn't keep her legs closed.
That's a good way of putting it. I appreciate you, Miss Woman here. I'm so sorry that happened to you and your child. I think this is something that a lot of people who go on to have those relationships with the people that they were cheating with, the homewrecker, I think they fail to take into consideration that they are also risking the relationship they will have with their own child or children. That's it for today with the Home Sweet Homewreckers. What did you think about that? Would you like to hear more stories from TikTok? I actually quite enjoy hearing people's little stories. I don't care how many views it has. Sometimes if you dig really deep, you can find stuff that's actually not gotten popular, but the story's really good. So we'll probably explore this again if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this adventure, go ahead and hit like. I appreciate that a lot. And go ahead and subscribe, because we're going to do it again.
Yeah!